Then there are other different types of controls over there, okay, or the standards. ISO standards are there, International Organization for Standardization. They have produced a cybersecurity framework in conjunction with uh, International Electrotechnical Commission. Okay, the ISO IEC 27001. Okay, that states the requirement for information security management system. Okay, they talk about 14 control objectives, 14 clauses, 35 control objectives, and 114 controls in that. Okay, the requirements that is to be implemented. Okay, the controls from those 114 controls to be implemented to achieve the ISO 27001 standard. Okay, for the risk management, the enterprise risk management, they have their defined standard named as 31,000 series. Okay, that talks about the over. That's basically talks about the overall, risk management from the enterprise point of view. You can say. Okay, it basically considers the risk and opportunities beyond the cybersecurity that includes the financial, legal liability factors, financial factors, competition factors, or customer service factors and all. Okay. Then the CSA is there, Cloud Security Alliance, the non-profit non-for-profit organization that also produces various types of uh, guides or the best practices over there. Okay, a security guidance is there for the cloud service providers. Okay, that and that uh, defines the unique challenges of cloud environment. Okay, in the analysis of it, okay, analysis of security and how on-prem controls can be adopted to the cloud. Okay, enterprise reference architecture is there. Okay, this methodology and it's the methodology and tools for the cloud service provider to use in architecting the cloud solutions. Okay, and then the cloud control metrics is there that lists the specific controls and the assessment guidelines that should be implemented by the cloud service providers over there. And then for the customers, for the consumers, for the cloud consumers, basically, the matrix act as a starting point for your, you can say, uh, for the agreements or for to see that what exactly which particular cloud service provider we need to go and get the services from. Okay. Then there is statements on standards for attestation engagement, that is SSA. Okay, the service organization controls, the SOC, basically. The SOC 2 reports are there and SOC 3 reports are there. Now this SOC is different than the SOC that we have discussed. Okay, that SOC was a security operations center within the organization. This SOC is the service organization control, a type of you can say standard. Okay, a type of standard. Okay, these are basically the audit specifications. Okay, developed by the American Institute of Certified Public and Accountants. Okay, these are to assure that the consumers, to assure the consumer that service providers, uh, mostly the cloud service providers, okay, they meet the professional standards. Okay, within SSAE, there are two types of reporting, SOC 2 and SOC 3. SOC 2 report that evaluates the internal controls implemented by the service provider to ensure the compliance with the trust service criteria. Okay. Now in SOC 2 itself, there are two types of report, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 report assesses the system design, and while a Type 2 report assesses the ongoing effectiveness of the security architecture over a period of 6 to 12 months. Okay, SOC 2 reports are highly detailed and designed to be restricted. Okay, they should only be shared with the auditor and the regulators and with the important partners under the non-disclosure agreements. Okay, and when it comes to the SOC 3 is basically a less detailed report certifying compliance with the SOC 2, and these reports can be freely distributed. Okay, so this report says that okay, the organization is SOC 2 compliant. Okay, the cloud service provider or the service provider is SOC 2 compliant. Okay, this report is just for this thing. Okay, just as a you can say that the organization is certified by ISO. Okay, the organization is certified in ISO 27001 Information Security Management System. Okay, that is kind of a just an example. It's not the one, but just an example to understand this part. SOC 3, that is just the logo mentioned on a website saying that okay, the organization is certified against a specific standard. Okay, in SOC 3, that specific standard is SOC 2. Okay, and SOC 2, they have the design system design over there. Okay, Type 1 report, they will assess, the auditing will be done. Okay, auditing will be done onto the system design. Okay, that whether the system design is compliant. Okay, and then the ongoing effectiveness will be done. Okay, will be assessed periodically, 6 months or annually or semi-annually, 12 months or 6 months. Okay, that will be the second type of report. Okay, that is just to verify that the organization is compliant to SOC 2 or not. Okay, this is to make sure that the organization is compliant. Okay, this is to tell the people out there, that tell the public, tell the consumers out there that okay, the organization is SOC 2 compliant. The cloud service provider is SOC 2 compliant. Clear? So you might be seeing these terms like SOC 2, SOC 3 compliance, or the cloud service providers, Cloud Security Alliance, 31,000, 21,000, 27,001 standard. Okay, these terms will be there in in the future for you. Okay, so that's where we have to. That's why we're discussing these things over here. All right. Then the benchmarks and the secure configuration guides over there. Okay, or the framework gives a high level view of how to plan the IT service. Okay, it does not generally provide the detailed implementation guide. Okay, at the system level, the deployment of the servers and the application is covered by the benchmarks or the security configuration guides. Okay, so CIS is there. Okay, Center for Information Security. Again, it is a non-for-profit organization. Okay, it's by the SANS Institute. Okay, and they have published a top 20 CIS controls, or the 20 CIS controls over there. Okay, they have their CIS RAM over there, the CIS risk assessment method. Okay, that we can use to perform overall evaluation of the security posture for the organization. Okay, they also produces the benchmark for different aspects of the cybersecurity. Okay, like if you want to go for ISO 27001, if you want to go for PCI DSS, for example. Okay, if you want to go for SOC, if you want to go for SOX, Servants and Auxiliary Act. Okay, there are the focused benchmarks or Windows on Windows machines, or different types of operating systems, or different types of appliances that we use within the organization. Okay, like the firewalls, like the routers, like the switches. Okay, for those, CIS is there to produce the benchmark. Okay, so we can use those benchmarks within the organization to be at some level. Okay, we don't have to define and analyze the benchmark for ourselves from the scratch. Okay, there are the organizations or the non-for-profit organization, they already have done that, so we just go and leverage those things. Okay, then OS and network appliances or the vendor specific guides and the benchmarks. Okay, now vendor guides and templates are there, right? Vendor guides and templates are there. Most vendors will provide the guides, templates, and the tools for configuring and validating the deployment of the network appliances or operating systems over there, or the web servers, or any type of application, or the database servers, right? Now, the security of these, the security configuration for each of these devices will basically vary, not only by the vendor, but the device and the version as well, right? So that depends. Okay, vendor support portal should be there. Okay, some of the vendors provide the support portal. Okay, they have the configuration guides. They will be updating. They'll keep updating the things over there. Okay, the configurations, configuration settings, the security configuration settings, they keep updating over there, and the documents are there that you can download, or you can also update your applications over there. Okay, with the support of the vendor, basically. The CIS benchmark is there that we can use, that we already have discussed. Okay, Department of Defense Cyber Exchange is there. Okay, that basically provides the security technical implementation guides. Okay, with hardening the guidelines for a variety of software and hardware solution. Okay, then NIST National Checklist Program is there. Okay, that provides a checklist and the benchmark for different operating systems and the applications. They have defined for many applications and many operating systems. You can go and check on NIST website, nvd.nist.gov. Okay, search for National Checklist Program over there, and then there you will be getting the whole list of checklists and the benchmarks over there. Okay, for the application servers and the web servers, okay, most of the application architectures use a client server model. Okay, means the part of the application is a client software program installed and run on a separate hardware to the server application code. That's basically the client and server architecture. Okay, client interacts with the server over a network. Okay, attacks can be there. Okay, to the local client code. Okay, or at the server application, or at the network channel between them. Okay, so the controls are there, the benchmarks are there. We can go and see those controls. Okay, multi-tier front-end, middleware, business logic, and back-end data. So these three layers are there in the client and server architecture. Okay, for the web application also. And then there is the OWASP over there, the Open Web Application Security Project. This is also the non-for-profit organization, okay, or you can say the community, okay, that publishes this secure application development resources over there, like the top 10 list. Okay, you can just go and search on OWASP top 10. Okay, it will give you the OWASP top 10 list on the application security, application programming interface, the API. Okay, for the mobile, for the IoT, for the cloud, they are into many things. Okay, they started their community by providing the OWASP top 10 web application risks, basically. Okay, and it is now considered as a type of you can say standard. Okay, in most of the organization, that they go for the top 10 risks on any type of web application that they are developing. Okay, they'll test their application onto this OWASP top 10 based on the top 10 risks that are stated by the OWASP, and then they will fix the issues over there, and then they will deploy the application. Okay, so these are some controls, some benchmarks, and the security configuration guides that we can use. All right.